Hey everyone, it's Jill from Notefolds, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute and really simple Christmas card. This is the first in the series of our holiday card bonanza for 2014, and I'm excited to show you how I made this. Let's go. I wanted to add a little bit of texture to the front of my card base, so I selected my Harlequin style of Sizzix folder. Normally I would run it through like this or like this, but I only wanted it to go about 3/4 of the way down because I am going to stamp a sentiment down here. It's going to say joy. And I noticed when I was playing with the folder, I couldn't fold it back this way to run it through my Big Shot because then the design of the Harlequin wouldn't go all the way to the border. So what I did was I turned my card base inside out, and when I did that, it made a nice snug fit. So I'm going to just adjust it so I leave plenty of room for my lettering. And then fold it closed. Put my the top plastic plate on my Big Shot. Sorry, trying to maneuver around the camera. Here we go. And then we're going to run it through the Big Shot. And what comes out the other side is exactly what I wanted, a Harlequin base. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is the word joy, and you can see it's kind of a scrolly type font that I chose here. I am going to use my Versamark ink, and this is just the Dazzle Champagne, and I'm going to make sure to ink up my ink pad or my letters very well. Make sure there's lots and lots of Versamark on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp that directly onto the base of my card, right onto the project. Once I feel that I have good coverage, I'm going to lift it up, and you can see that it says joy. I'm going to use some white embossing powder over the lettering to make that stand out, and then I will be using my heat gun to heat the image and make a really nice sentiment. Now, as you can see, I got a little extra powder. I'm just going to use my little paintbrush here to flick some of that away. I need to get a new embossing buddy to make sure that all the static cling will be removed. I use my heat gun to melt my embossing powder. There you go. That says joy. To make the wreath, I'm going to use this piece of paper from the paper pack from American Crafts. It's called Kringle & Company, and it is a 6x6 sheet of paper. And as you can see, the pattern is a repeating pattern. And when I use my Big Shot, sometimes when I want to select a specific area, I'll do it with my paper face up. But in this case, I'm going to turn my paper over, because what happens sometimes with Big Shot dies is that it will crease the paper and you'll be able to see where the imprints are, and that's not really what I want. So I turn my paper over. I'm going to use 2 of the Sizzix dies, and this is from Stampin' Up. These are the Stampin' Up Starburst dies. I'm using the 3-inch and the 1-inch die, and as you see, when I cut it, this piece will form the wreath. Here we go. I'm using my magnetic platform because I feel like it keeps the dies in place better and really gives you some good control when you're punching out a shape. And there you go. We have a lovely wreath. I'm going to put some foam dimensionals on the back of my wreath. This is because I have a pattern texture and this won't lay down nicely, and I also think it'll give it a cool effect. So, just adding a couple of those. And apply my wreath directly to the center of the card. I'm going to use my cranberry colored stickles to add some decorative touches to this wreath here. Add a little holly, berries, and just continue. Just a few more to finish off the effect I'm going for. I think that's pretty darn festive. I'm going to use a little bit of silver ribbon to tie a bow and make a cute little embellishment. Now I just used a little glue dot on the back of here, and I am going to attach that right onto the front of my wreath. Right there. Here's my final project that I made today, and thanks for joining us in the first of our Holiday Bonanza card series, and I'm excited to show you the rest of what I've come up with for this season. Thanks for joining us.